I don't think that I'm going to purchase this one step ahead bundle.
A few moments later.
Spartan from future here. I purchased it. So, extra 100. What's going on, my beautiful governors? On today's account update video on our restart project, we are going to do a lot of things and we will also discuss a lot of things. So it's going to be a long one, but hopefully a good and informative one. We're going to get the 10 million power. We will also get City Hall level 24. I'm going to speed this up. I will explain why. And on top of that, since KVK1 is almost here, we are going to get our first expertise march. Not expertise commander because that is already Minamoto, but our first expertise march. Without further ado, let's go.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Right, so 10 million power and City Hall 24. That is pretty much the same thing. When I get the City Hall 24, they're gonna pass 10 million power. The reason why I wanted to pass 10 million power is because we have Symbolic Crisis, and if we click on go, once we get 10 million power, we will be able to play the hard mode, which is going to yield us more rewards. So we're gonna speed this up. I'm going to purchase Growth Fund at 24, so I get all of these, and at 25 I will get an extra 40k. Like, this is a lot of gems for 15 bucks, of course. However, some of you message me and ask me, does Flux scripts work or not on Growth Fund? Because some people are saying that 15 bucks Flux script or whatever, it doesn't work on Growth Fund. You just have to buy it with your credit card. But some saying that it works, so we're going to test it. We're going to test the Growth Fund. First, let me get my City Hall to 24 and give you one more tip, especially if you're a newer player. Speed this up, use everything. One step ahead. Speed ups. We will see, we will see. Now, City Hall 24, we passed 10 million power. This means now we can play the hard mode of Symbolic Crisis to get more rewards. Now, here's the extra tip. Every single time you upgrade your City Hall to the next level, the very first building that you need to upgrade every time, without a question, is your Alliance Center. Because every time you upgrade it, it adds one more times that you can be helped. And every time you get a help, it is basically a speed up. It is reducing the remaining time of your buildings or research. So basically, by upgrading this first, you're getting free speed ups for future building upgrades or research upgrades. Always upgrade your Alliance Center after City Hall. Now, let's try the Growth Fund. So I don't have a 15 bucks Flux script, clearly. So first, I'm gonna get myself a 15 bucks Flux script. All right, there we go. Our Flux script is here, a mysterious gleaming script that can be exchanged for a bundle worth $15 US. Let's go to Growth Fund, click on it. Looks like it does work. Exchange. There we go. Now we're gonna claim a lot of gems, but of course the main reward is going to be a City Hall level 25 extra 40k gems, which is insane. Like, Growth Fund, hands down, the best value in Rise of Kingdoms when it comes to just raw gem value. Let's move on to the next section, our expertise march. Minamoto, already expertise, he is going to be our main commander, KVK 1 and 2, but for his secondary, we already discussed it in previous videos, we had two different options, Cao Cao or Babers. Clearly, Cao Cao is a legendary commander, and I cannot expertise him. I mean, I'm not going to spam my universals on Cao Cao. So what we're going to do is, we are going to max out our Babers. Now, I was between Babers and Matilda. I do have like enough sculptures, epic sculptures, to expertise one epic commander. The reason why I was debating between Matilda and Babers, I wasn't sure if Babers will be better than Cao Cao, because if your opponent is fighting with less marches, of course Cao Cao is going to be just better because AoE will have less value. And Matilda, if we take a look at her expertise, after this commander's troop finish gathering from a resource point, you will receive an extra 10% resources. So the earlier you can unlock this, the earlier you will start getting that extra 10% resources, which is massive. However, I know you guys like PvP commanders rather than gathering or PvE commanders. So what we're going to do is, for the sake of our KVK diversity, so that we can use another cavalry march, because if we go up to 2 cavalry marches, then Babers is going to be the primary of the second march. In that case, we are going to use Babers with Everflat, Minamoto with Cao Cao. And that's why I decided to invest my sculptures on Babers. First, let's try to get him to level 60, because that is needed if you're going to use a commander as primary. I mean, if you're only going to use a commander as a secondary, all you need is 4 stars so that you can unlock every single skill. Because if you guys don't know, if you're a newer player, talents and the equipment of the commander that is your secondary in your march doesn't mean anything. It doesn't have any benefit. The only thing that you get benefit from if a commander is a secondary is their skills. So as long as you have unlocked all the skills and of course max them if you're trying to expertise a commander, that is good. You don't have to go for level 60 because it's especially in the early game. It is quite expensive to do when it comes to stars and XP books, but if you're going to use a commander as primary, of course, you then need level 60 so that you can unlock every single talent.
One eternity later.
Okay, I really thought that we could get level 50, but it doesn't matter because from Barbarians, Guardians, and all the other things, before KVK1 fighting starts, Babers is going to be level 60 anyways. So now we are going to invest all our sculptures into his skills. There we go. Expertise attained. Our first ever expertise march in our restart account. Minamoto primary, Baber secondary, and as I said, if we go up to 2 marches, I'm going to get both of them to level 60. I mean, Minamoto is going to be level 60 in no time. Then it's going to be Minamoto Kalkao, Babers with Alpha Flat. And I'm going to be honest, if I use Baber's primary for my secondary march, his equipment is not even that bad. Since we won't be using any infantry marches, then Sansu Björn are not an option. My next expertise epic is most likely going to be my Mathilda. And after that, I'm gonna go for Belisarius because he's so versatile. Like, his movement speed is really, really good. He does have users even in Season of Conquest, or you can use him as a primary of the Arc Carrier in Arc of Osiris game. So Belisarius after Matilda is going to be our next 2 epic expertises. And by the way, I realized that I forgot to show how many legendary sculptures we have on the last video. We have exactly 410. This means in a couple of months, we will have enough legendary commander sculptures to expertise any commander that we want, but of course we're not going to use them. We will save everything until we have access to Season of Conquest commanders. Then I'm gonna make a massive video spending all my sculptures, expertising some commanders, maybe investing like 190 sculptures of Joan of Arc together to 5115, 5551 William. Like, we're going to invest many different commanders, so if you don't want to miss it, make sure to subscribe. And next up is your favorite part, spending. Now, I'm not going to go through every single purchase because I've already made a dedicated video about the recharge event, and I showed you exactly how you can spend the minimum amount with the maximum return, and that's what I did. I only purchased like every single thing that I mentioned in that video, like New World, one of this special bundle, New World Step 2, Treasure of Wisdom. So in total, in 5 days, we spent $12 each day. We spent $60 in total. So add $60 to final amount. I don't remember what was it, but it should be right under me. So just plus 60 bucks. I don't think that I'm going to purchase this one step ahead bundle. Spartan from future here. I purchased it. So extra 100. And before we finish, VIP 11, almost VIP 12. I say almost because we are only 46k away from VIP 12. And we have way more than 46k gems. I'm just waiting for More Than Gems event. Normally, if More Than Gems was like a few days ago, and I was at this exact situation, I would just spam my gems, get the VIP 12 as soon as possible, so that I can get 1 extra sculpture every single day from this chest. However, since we had the More Than Gems, like, I think it's been 3 to 4 weeks, but basically I'm waiting for More Than Gems so that I can get more value by spending the same amount of gems. Hope you guys liked it, hope you guys enjoyed it. I see you on the next Rise of Kingdoms video. KVK1 is on the corner, and I'm gonna try to live stream as much as I can. If you don't want to miss it, make sure to subscribe, and please like the video if you did, because it helps the YouTube algorithm a lot. I see you on the next one. Goodbye.